What's up, guys and gals? I'm back with another video, checking out one of my recent thrift store hauls. This was all from one trip to a local thrift store a couple days ago on Friday. A lot of new stock was coming out that day, and I was able to pick up some nice finds. So I'm going to go through some of that with you. Some bigger margins, some not so big margins, like this guy right here. Missouri license plate was only marked at $1. This one will probably go between $5 and $10 online. This was an interesting one. It is a Star Wars lenticular cast exclusive from the opening of Galaxy's Edge at Disney. You can see on the back here, it actually says cast exclusive, transmission 3 of 3, so there's two others out there. Sadly, there was only one here and it was marked at $3. I'm thinking this is probably another $5 to $10 sale. Not a huge margin, but I just thought it was a neat item to pick up. I was able to pick up a few hats. This was a nice one. Soccer by Bayern Munchen. Awesome condition. May never have been worn, at least really good condition. I'm thinking sale value on this one is between $10 and $20 there. Could be a little bit more. A nice Raiders hat. This one has been worn, but it's still in pretty good condition. I can clean it up a little bit. Excuse that, that's my neighbor's motorcycle starting up, so that's a fun little addition to the video. You can see in here the tag right there. Large size, it is fitted, so I'll need to figure out a measurement to put in my listing for sure. And then this was another interesting one. Sonny's Barbecue denim. Pretty nice condition on this one. Also possibly never worn. This one I'll have to do a little bit more research and see if it's anything special. Motorcycle's getting out of the way there. If there's anything extra special about it. If not, I would think probably between maybe around $10-ish if there's something I don't know about it, which is highly possible. Could be more. You can see in this bag here, I was able to pick up some miscellaneous Hot Wheels at 25 cents a piece. Do my research on these, see if anything's going on with these. At this thrift store, I usually pick up all the Disney pins that I can find because they're usually marked at 25 cents. So sometimes I can sell them individually, sometimes I'll lot them together to go all together. I don't think I mentioned on the hats here, they sell their hats for $1 a piece, so good margins on these, even if they're only going on the lower side, around 10 bucks. These I picked up. I thought this was really interesting. You can tell by the weight that they're crystal, or most likely crystal. If not, it's quite a heavy glass. And they're etched with this bird design here. And I found the creamer at first, and so I was looking around to see if the sugar was there, and it was. These are in very nice shape. There's definitely one listed for $55 or so. That's listed. The sold comps, I'm thinking I could probably get somewhere between 20 to 40 actual value. I paid up for them a little bit because they were marked at $5 a piece, but still a pretty good margin if we're able to sell them in that $20 to $40 range. This was a real surprise. These two items were sitting next to each other on a shelf, and this I recognize obviously right away as Harry Potter. This is a coin bank. It's got the bottom stopper. It's marked at $5. I didn't really do research on it in the store because it said, let's see if we can get to focus there, it's from 2001, which makes it early Harry Potter, vintage actually, because we're entering that 20+ year range. And being complete, I figured it was well worth $5. I think they sell somewhere actually around 20, 25. This, I wasn't sure what it was at first. I figured it was likely Harry Potter, being that it was next to this piece, and it was marked with Warner Bros. what I did was I did Google Lens on it, discovered that it is a Harry Potter piece, and it's from the Goblet of Fire, and it's a votive candle holder that is no longer made. It's heavy. It's a heavy resin type material, and the last one of these that sold loose went for $100, and you can see I only paid $2 for this thing, which was a pretty wild steal. There is a few chips there on some of the spires, so that's gonna take down on the value some, but we'll still be able to get, I'm thinking, in the $75 range for this guy. They were bringing out a whole bunch of glassware while I was there. This one was there, Jack Daniel's Christmas tree glass, nothing crazy on this, probably $5 to $10 sale, but it was marked at $0.25, which is good. Oh, my neighbor made a quick trip with that motorcycle. This was an interesting one with a gold etching, if we can get some of the reflection there. Flower gold etching by Claire Cole, possibly Claire Cole's. This one was also marked at only 25 cents, so I didn't even research it in the store. I just went ahead and picked it up and took the chance on it. Looks like it's a glass that would go between $10, $15, maybe $20. The most unbelievable one that I had today was this champagne flute. It just came out while I was standing there as they were bringing out glassware after glassware, and at 25 cents, let's see if we can get the light here, show you guys what this one is. There it is. Come on, there, up through the pink, Tiffany & Co. We've got a Tiffany & Co. champagne glass. Pretty wild to find, and at 25 cents. It was on the shelf for all of 30 seconds before I picked it up. Sadly, there were no others to go with it, but even as a single, I think is in the $20 to $30, maybe $40 range. Probably not 40, but $20 to $30 range. Last few items back here. Have to kind of remind myself what I got. Don't always remember until I pull it back out, and I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we had this mug. It says Tonya. I have not researched this one yet. At 25 cents again, I took a chance, and the reason that I thought this one was unique is the cutouts in this one are extremely deep. It's hard to tell on the screen, but I would say they're almost a 1/4 inch deep into the ceramic, which I've just never seen on a mug before. So I'm gonna do my research and see if there's anything special here. Could be a flop and ends up back in the donate pile, but again, 25 cents, gonna take my chances. I think we got another couple of mugs in here. This was a mistake. Must Love Dogs. I did the chance thing on 25 cents. I did miss this pretty obvious chip here on the front, so I think they sell around $10-ish, but with that chip, it's probably a no-go. But 25 cents, not too big of a loss. I will work on being a bit more patient next time, more careful. So that was it from this thrift store. I had a couple more. Let me grab these here from an estate sale that I went to the next day. I had this, make sure I don't break anything here. This glass was sitting on a table at an estate sale, and it was screaming Waterford crystal at me, and I could not find the mark. I'm looking at the bottom, and usually that's where it is, but sometimes it's on the side, so I did start looking on the side, and I eventually found it. And so I asked the guy there, what are you thinking on this? And he said, how many are you interested in? And I said, well, it's just the one. He said, oh, if it's just a single, we'll do $1 on it. And Waterford crystal for $1 is always a buy, even as a single. This glass I think is somewhere probably in the $20-ish range, give or take. So that's a win. Staying in the Waterford family, see if we can unwrap this one carefully. There was a pair of these heavy Waterford champagne flutes. Champagne flutes that were from the Millennium toasting flutes. Let's see if we can find the mark on here, right there. Right there. Now there's a pair of them, a set of 2. The other one has the original Waterford sticker on it with the seahorse. It was marked at $40. The lady running it, she remembered me from a previous visit, and she was willing to make deals, and so she gave me both of them for $18. So instead of $40, $18 on that, which is a pretty great deal. Probably sell the pair somewhere around $60. And then last is this pair of LL Bean shoes. Bean boots in excellent condition, like new, minimally if ever worn. Sell rate on these is about $25, $35 a pair. I was asking what they were doing on them, and they said $1 for a pair, and so that was definitely a buy for me. So some pretty amazing deals over the weekend, Friday and Saturday. That leaves me the next couple of days with a lot of work to do to get these things up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.